Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Okay, Khan. Shalom, shalom. Okay, Khan. All right, so yeah, back again, giving all honor, praise, and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Shai, Wahawa Kakwadash, with another declaring the end from the beginning, this being the 69th issue. Before I get going, double honors to the hopefully elect elder apostle slave to be saved. Lord willing, starting with those of the GMS church on down to the rest that may be out here under the same doctrine, on to the brothers that's in the faith, in the order and all true faith and sincerity, teaching. Onward to the rest of the Akim doing likewise, teaching from you elder Akim on down to your younger Akim. And Shalom, but as well, also onward to the rest of you believers, you women and children in on this faith of Yahweh Bashem Shai likewise. All right, Shalom to you as well. Okay, so yeah, we're back with another issue, and in this issue, you see the title. It says what? It says U.S. used in China. China is a demo. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much that's going to be the focus. That's obviously not the title because it's like a little series. But pretty much I got some videos queued up, and Salakia. I have some videos queued up, okay? And let me see something real quick. Okay. Bear with me just a moment. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah. Before we get into these videos, pretty much this is all prophecy. Everything that we see and happening that you may not even be paying attention to, but everything that is going on in China is pretty much a demonstration or a prelude as far as what's going to go on here in America. But so much and that's all prophecy. Everything's going to start east and come west. But the difference is, as far as what makes it so important in this case, in this time around, in this particular issue, is because in this issue, we're going to be pointing out that this is like strategically being done by the so-called white man. He's actually using China as an experiment, like the whore America is. America is using China to create what it wants, to get what it wants. And then obviously, eventually, they're going to all realize that, and that's why America will be destroyed by all the other nations. But America is pretty much just using China and experimenting on China, as far as meaning everything they want to do here, they helping through the cahoots and the witchcraft that Esau has over all of the nations. He's chief. He's elite at it. I said elite. He's elite at it. To where they won't see it, obviously, and it's going to be in the skies, and it's in the guise of politics, us doing business. But it's only for him to get over there and to have a say in the pool that, is had over there, the so-called white man. And we got all the proof. We got all the proof, things that have come out as far as the Hunter Biden laptop situation. We're gonna get into that, you know. And obviously, first and foremost, it's in the scriptures. It's all prophesied, and it's on video as well, with them slipping up, telling on themselves that they completely have got into the pool that's had over there in China by the guys of politics, doing business with them, to where the Moabites will allow them to come in, and whole time they thinking they over there doing that, but they really over there they only did that just to be over there saying what should happen, and the things that they suggesting is actually moves they want to make here in America, so they get to see how it plays, how it will play out here first by doing it over there, experimenting. And that's exactly what's going on right now in China. So I want to get this quick scripture. This is in the book of Psalms. Okay. Bear with me just a moment. And where is China at? China is the farthest thing east, man. Okay, and where is America at? America is the farthest thing west. All right. So Psalms 19. Psalms in the 19th chapter is where this is talked about. Okay, just real quick. Check this out. This is Psalms 19, and I'm gonna start at verse 2. It says, "Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night declareth Slack with knowledge." So yeah, that's dealing with the men constantly bringing out this word, the watchman. Okay, and we do that through means of the internet as well, which is how our sound has went out into all the earth, and how the earth is being filled with the doctrine or the knowledge of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai. For instance, this is Isaiah 61, Isaiah 62 and 6. It says, "I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep silent, keep not silence." See, so the watchman is how you have this being said, which is the prophets, okay, of the men of the Lord of this like race, obviously. But Proverbs, Psalms 19 and 2, day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night sheweth knowledge. Yeah, we was just bringing the word out yesterday. Now we back. We was just bringing the word out last night. Now we're back. You see here today. We're the watchmen. Okay. Now, I want to get one more that proves that. Let me see. The Lord allows me to get it, but I'll continue. This is Psalms 19 and 3. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Yeah, because we are on the internet. When you go into the book of Daniel, it say how knowledge shall increase at the end times. That's through the internet. That's an internet scripture. Okay. The unicorn. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, when you go into what's that? That's just to show this is talking about us. And what do we bring out, by the way? The prophecies. What's going to happen? Okay, the wicked plans and desires of the goddamn of these devils. Okay, so let's go here real quick. Shalom, brother.
Shalom. Yes, I like you.
Can you hear me?
Khan.
Okay, let me I can plug this up because it's not gonna work. Do this like this. Shalaki. 1 second. Gotta make it to where I can hear this. Okay. Yeah, can you hear me out?
Con.
Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna have to switch some things around. But let's get that real quick. I want to say that Zephaniah and or you know what? I believe that's Habakkuk in the 14th chapter. I mean the 14th verse, the book of Habakkuk 2 and 14. I want to say that is.
Yeah, con. Get that.
I gotta set this thing up real quick. Let me see something.
Yeah, con. But shall be filled.
Yep.
That's
it.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 14. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
See, the what again? Can you read that from the top?
Yeah, con. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, as the waters cover the sea.
Yeah, and that's through who? That's through us on the internet, on the highways and byways, and literally on the internet, 100%. All right. Now we jump back to Psalms 19. It says, you can hear me?
Con.
Okay. When you go back to Psalms 19 and 4, it says, I'm gonna start at 3. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Yeah, because it's prophets throughout the whole earth, and they, speak in different languages. So that's, you got prophets literally speaking so-called Chinese, man. You know what I'm saying? Israelites in Korea, everywhere. But it says, verse 4, their line is gone out through all the earth. See? And their words, there it is. And their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. And it goes on to say what? Pretty much where the light is able to where the source of light, put it like that, right? The stay haven of light. It says, verse 5, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber. Yeah, Yahweh Shai, he dwells within us. We're his stay haven, right? When you go into what's that? Revelation, the 3rd chapter. He's like, if any man hear my voice, I will come unto him and knock. You know what I'm saying? Then another one, when he also, another account where he said, him and the Heavenly Father will come in and make his abode, with them. That's a tabernacle, But anyway, it says, who is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber and rejoiceth as a strong man to run a race. So yeah. And with this talking about Yahweh Shai, is talking about the word in the same breath, because Yahweh Shai, he's the embodiment of the word, and the proof of that, and what our Lord comes down to is what, or the word as well comes down to is what, the spirit of prophecy. You know what I'm saying? The spirit of prophecy. So this word being declared, coming forth as a light, is exposing everything that's getting ready to happen and everything that people doing. For instance, real quick, this is Sirach. There goes Sirach. It's a lot. Sirach. Or you know what? I believe that Sirach in the 42nd chapter. It says he revealed steps of hidden things. Get that? Yeah, come. This is Sirach 42, and I'm gonna start at 17. Listen to this. I'm actually started at 16. Are you there?
Sirach 42 and 16.
Yeah, you can start there, and then we'll read through 17. We'll read through 19 because I'm already reading the song. So
Yeah, Khan. So lock in 1 second.
Yeah, shalom, brother. Shalom. Wow.
Yeah, Khan.
Mm-hmm.
Sirach chapter 42 and verse 16. The sun that giveth light looketh upon all things, and the work thereof is full of the glory of the Lord.
Right. See the what? The sun. See that? The sun. And the sun was made as a light too. You know. But that's a complete link with what we was just reading. Okay, the sun, and it just said it said the sun giveth light, and that's why Yahweh Shah told us we was the light of the world because he would dwell in us because he's the sun. You know what I'm saying? He's synonymous with the sun. That's why it says the Lord sent a word into Jacob and it had lighted upon Israel. The sun, who is that word? The sun, Yahweh Shah. You know, now uh, just based off the illumination he brings, the heat he brings, you know, the devastation he can bring, you know, the nourishment he brings, stuff like that, right? But that sun is dwelling within us as the tabernacle, like how the Heavenly Father said that we being built up a spiritual temple, you know what I'm saying? Or what? Tabernacle. Because before the temple that Solomon built, who was Yahweh by the way, was created, what was the place of service? The tabernacle. You know what I'm saying? So the tabernacle is the temple, which is where the Heavenly Father will dwell. But fast forward now, that's us because the temple won't be rebuilt as a physical temple anymore. It's going to be the Israelites. Okay? So Yahweh Bashmial Shah is going to dwell within us. See that? So, and Yahweh Shah going to actually be here. You know? So I always talk about the brightness of his coming. You know what I'm saying? Etc. Now, how's that sun? What's ushering in that sun? What gives what gives way to the sun? The sky, us. Once again, an abode for the sun. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much the tabernacle is like what? The heavens, which is us. You know? The tabernacle is like the sky. You know? That's why he said thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So the physical tabernacle on earth was a literal representation of the heavens. That's how, you know, Moses was given a visual of pretty much he made a replica, you know, down here of what the Lord got going on up there. It's heavy. But that abode, that place for him to dwell, and that holds him, if you will, is now us. See that? So just how the sky gives way to the sun, we give way to the sun. You know, the actual sky gives a way for the sun to come and close, come and goes as it pleases. You know, something else I want to say. That's exactly what we do for the sun. You know, Yahweh Shah. See that? And what's even more synonymous with the sun and the literal sun and Yahweh Shah, the sun of the Most High. That it's going throughout. The sun goes throughout. It goes out. The sun covers the whole earth. It goes throughout the whole earth. That light, that knowledge, and Yahweh Shah is doing the same thing. See that? Through what? Us giving way to this for the sun to do that. The sky helps the sun be able to travel and cover the whole earth, all the inhabitants of the earth. Every place on the earth gets hit with the light. You know what I'm saying? It reaches out, it covers them. And that's exactly why what we do is so important because we literally like the sky. We're the sky to the we're the sky to the sun. Okay, so that's what's completely synonymous as well with Yahweh Shai and the actual sun. They both completely are covering the earth. See that? And it's being had now in the spirit through us spreading the word throughout the earth and all places we at. So the sun is just like the sun hitting everywhere. But you got it.
Yeah, kind.
Mm-hmm.
Iraq 14 and 16, 42 and 16, Salakia. It says, the sun that giveth light looketh upon all things.
See? See that? So we literally giving way to the sun by doing this. We help the sun cover everywhere. Go ahead.
Kind.
This word, this prophecy. And once again, what does the sun do? It gives light, right? It uncovers darkness. You see? Go ahead. It exposes the darkness. Okay? Go ahead.
And the work thereof is full of the glory of the Lord.
Right. Go ahead.
The Lord have not given power to the saints to declare all his marvelous works.
See? So why is that mentioned in context of the sun? Because the saints is the sky. We're the place that holds the sun. We're the place to where the sun has way to operate. We give way to the sun, you know, as being a chosen place for it to abide, as being a chosen place for where it will abide in. Like we're the chosen one. The Lord chose the sky. He could have made the sun. The Lord could have did it anyway, you know. But you will wreck your brain even trying to see, well, okay, what if he wants to put the sun on earth? Then he had to recreate the earth to be, you know, of a certain density to where it could take the sun. You know, no, he just chose the sky, made it easy. You know what I'm saying? It's like he chose us, made it easy. Who better else to declare the works of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, the beauty of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, than us, the so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians? We make it easy. You know what I'm saying? It's just easier. Imagine if you people was all responsible for declaring the works of it. Get the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? You will struggle with seeing it. Jake, the way Jake talked, the way Jake go about it, Jake completely is built in a way to where we are the perfect, we was the complete right ones to be chosen to, by design, give way for the sun. You know, be the chosen place for the sun to, you know, abide in, man. Not you goddamn people, man. Just as much as the damn the sun don't make sense sitting on earth, it's just as much sense the sun don't make sense sitting in you people, man. All right, you got it.
Yeah, kind. Iraq 42 and 17. The Lord have not given power to the saints to declare all his marvelous works.
Right. So we're responsible for giving way to the light, but it's certain things that we're not going to be able to give light on. You see what I'm saying? We're not going to be able to, you know, like for instance, I mean, you just keep going into it to really see, okay, damn, this really talking about us and Yahweh Shah, the relationship between the relationship of the sun and the actual physical sun and the physical skies is the one had between us, is the relationship of us, the Israelites and Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, right? So, you know, I could try to, you know, go into it, but it's unnecessary. But you got it. There's certain things we ain't gonna reveal, right? We're not gonna be able to give way to reveal. Like for instance, right? When the sun at a certain point in the sky is giving light to everything in the area, but you still got shadows that can exist. Now, if the sun actually comes over, like goes out of its way, or is made to go out of its way to expose those places, then that shadow leaves, right? Period. The shadows is there as long as the sun is not covering its area. See? And that's what we're here to do now. It's a shadow going on right now. And we got to go out our way to expose it. And that's these damn devils and what they are doing with China. Okay? And they showing you what they're getting ready to do here by what they're doing in China. They're testing to see if their plan's gonna work. And we're here to expose that. That's what the sky is set up to give way for it to happen. For the sun to come out and expose, you know, all areas of darkness that may be around, you know, in all areas of darkness that may be there. Okay, you got it.
Yeah, fine. So it says, verse 17, the Lord have not given power to the saints to declare all his marvelous works, which the Almighty Lord firmly settled.
Right. See, come on.
that whatsoever is might be established for his glory. He seeketh out the deep and the heart, and considereth their crafty devices. For the
See?
Lord, right,
Yep. Go ahead.
it says, for the Lord knoweth all that may be known, and he beholdeth the signs of the world.
Yep. It ain't nothing the sun can't shed light on. It's just if depending on its trajectory, or the way it's traveling, the way it may cover, the way it's, running its course, it just depends. If it'll be some places unmarked, if you will. But if the sun was put over it, it can outright expose it, right? We know that. It'll end all that darkness. It ain't a place that the sun can't give light to, man. Put light on. It's not. There's no place, and if you will. But you got it.
Yeah, kind. Verse 19 says, he declareth the things that are past and for to come,
Right. Go ahead.
and revealeth the steps of the hidden things.
And do what?
Revealeth the steps of the hidden things.
See, reveal. Let's get that word reveal. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, kind. Yeah, I'm getting the word reveal.
Can you hear me?
Kind.
Can you hear me?
Kind.
All right, hold on. Okay, let's see. Can you hear me now?
Kind.
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Kind.
Okay, hold on. Yeah. You can hear me?
Kind.
All right. I hope that shit works. Right. Yeah, you can hear me?
Kind.
All right, you got it.
Yeah, reveal. It says make previously unknown or secret information known to others.
Yeah, keep going.
That's it.
You on Google?
Yeah.
That's all you got?
Yeah, I'm getting more right. Okay. Kind. It says cause or allow something to be seen.
Right, which is through what? Light. Go ahead.
Make something known to humans by divine or supernatural means.
Right. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's it.
You ain't got no synonyms?
In fact, it's one more. No, that's not a good one. But synonyms would be to let out, to open up, to release, to leak, to publicize, publish.
Right. See? As soon as we hit click on these videos, go ahead.
Yep.
It's like the sun coming out, and everywhere that a brother that may know this truth is at, that can hit publish as well on they internet on they through their connection to the internet to bring this word out. That's once again how the sun travels now. It runs its course, all over the earth. But it starts where? It starts from the east. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Yes. It says to air. Put on show.
Right.
Put in view.
Right.
put on display,
Right.
yeah, exhibit, uncover, uncloak, unclothe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we pretty much got the good ones, but it's a bunch of them on here.
Does it say anything about light?
Speak to reveal, to admit, to flat. Yeah, they ain't put nothing on light. Nothing that says light. Unveil. Display.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, kind of. I can hear you.
You say ain't got nothing on light. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, Con. All right, let's jump back.
Yeah, kind of. Sirach chapter 42, in verse 19. He declared the things that are past and for to come,
And what else?
and revealed the steps of the hidden things.
See? So that's what we're doing. Now, when we go back here to, and that's like what? That's the sun coming out. You know, we can reveal all things that's in darkness. Okay, let's get that real quick. I got some on that. This is that's a good one. If you can hold St. John 12 and 46.
Kind of.
This is Luke 8 and 17. Luke 8 and 17. It says, for nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest. And neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. It says, I'm gonna actually start at 16. It says, no man, when he had lighted a candle, covered it with a vessel, or put it under a bed, but set it on a candlestick, that they which enter in may see the light. And that's literally what this is. This the candlestick. You know what I'm saying? This StreamYard is a candlestick for candles. And everybody on the StreamYard, this live, they can come in and what? See, it's in order for them to be able to see light. We putting it on display. You see what I'm saying? Which is pretty much the word just being on display. The understanding of the power that the word holds as far as revealing things that may be in darkness, man, before they even come to pass. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, kind. But now, for nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Okay, so yeah, that's basically it. Now, when we go back to Psalms 19 and 3, it says, there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Oh, Salakia, already read all that. The verse 5, it says, let me start at 4. Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoiceth as a strong man to run a race. His going forth is from one end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it. See that? So the course of the sun. We just did a class on this, but it says, and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. So there it is. And it says, the law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, which is the testimony, spirit of prophecy. It says, making wise the simple. So it says the statutes of the Lord Yahweh Bashmal Shah are right. Rejoice in the heart. Commandment of the Lord. The commandment of the Lord Yahweh Bashmal Shah is pure, enlightening the eyes. So we able to see once this word comes out. It's just that simple. Okay. And pretty much the point of what we get in this for is to show that the Lord said this word is going to fill the whole earth, right? It's going to expose all the darkness. The things that's getting ready to happen is going to be declared all over. That's that has yet to happen. It's getting ready to that's getting ready to happen. It's going to be declared throughout all the earth. And what the steps of even hidden things that's being taken by who? These elite people, right? These dang so-called elite bankers. Esau, the steps of the devil. Okay. Matter of fact, you got some?
I'm holding at St. John 12:46.
Yeah, besides that.
Nah.
All right, let's get 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3.
Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
That's crazy. See? Meaning everything he get ready to do, man. And we telling you what they doing, what they getting ready to do, right, is being demonstrated in China right now, secretly. The steps of hidden, look, the steps of hidden things. The steps they over there taking, and those are part of the steps. The steps they over there taking are hidden, which are actually the steps, which are of the ultimate steps that they're doing to pretty much get to how they want things here. They over there experimenting. That's why it's happening over there completely, and we're gonna expose it. Okay, we got it right. Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 8. If you want to get that, we're gonna go ahead and just jump straight into it. And then if you want to send the thing, you can.
Yeah, kind. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 8, verse 8. If a man desire much experience, I'm gonna read that again, Salakia. Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 8. If a man desire much experience, he knoweth things of old.
Right.
And conjectureth aright what is to come.
Right. And that's what this wisdom, this word, this doctrine, you see, and what it's going to have you conjecture it aright what is to come. We got it right. If we know exactly what's about to come, we even got to know the steps of how we finna get there. We got to be able to see the steps that's you're gonna be, oh, he getting ready to do it. Like we be like, this about to happen, but then when you see it getting ready to happen, because you know what it is, you already know what you're looking for. So if you know what you're looking for as far as the end all be all, you also can recognize the steps, the lead up. You like, yo, that is getting ready to happen. It's it. Right. And that's literally what we go into. We go into the steps of hidden things, but even specifically, we go into the prophecies like, okay, it's getting there. But we literally can go into this, like literally can identify steps that's literally going to prove that, yes, it's going in that direction. Period. You got it.
Yeah, kind. It says, she knoweth the subtleties of speeches.
See that? And myself and the brother, who was watching, pretty much the White House. What was it called?
What was it?
The announcement. Some dinner. They had a dinner at the White House last night. It was like, but it said what he say? It was the first one in 6 years.
6 years that the president showed up to.
Yeah. So it ain't even been like a real thing. It ain't been like, because the White House is the president's at that time. So if the president ain't been there in 6 years, it ain't really been a real thing. Now, that was another thing going into that, they going into this that the brother reading right now, which is what the subtlety of speeches, because a lot of speeches was had, which we got a lot of excerpts that's going to be posted, later on tonight and maybe throughout the week. this upcoming week, Lord's will. I don't want to Ratazah, Abba Ratazah, you know. But it was a lot of subtlety that went on, man, in those speeches. You know, it ain't deep. You ain't got to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought it's the correspondence dinner.
That's all good. Yeah. So it wasn't. It was a lot of, because really that's just another example of it. It ain't just like that's just the one that, you know.
Right.
This shit going all the time, man. You know, bunch of goddamn subtlety. Because they say that how it go? They say that the serpent was more subtle than all the
beasts of the field.
Yeah, than any beast of the field, and that serpent is the so-called white man. So anytime this nigga speak, he's being subtle, man.
Subtlety.
It says the quality of being subtle. It says when you go into the synonyms, it says nuance, shade, detail. See, and that's heavy because subtlety take you into shade, and shade goes into what?
Shade.
I'm gonna share it on the screen. Oh, I ain't sharing. Okay. Share goes into what? This ain't gonna be long, so I don't want. Nah, see that? Shade. Look, now let's show you this again for those that seriously want to see this thing happen. You know, which we should have kept it way more concise and got straight to it, but we basically got to it. We were just going into that 43rd chapter of Salakia. Yeah, 42nd chapter of Sirach, you know, in detail, really. But it's all good. So
Subtlety.
So subtlety. The brother reading what? You know, how with wisdom you're able to conjecture it. A right was to come and know the subtlety of speeches. So meaning what? You're able to pick up on things that's like shady things that's being said, like going into what, like dark sayings, dark parables. There's a lot of darkness. There's a lot of cloaks over the things that the devil. It's a lot of cloaks over the statements that these so-called white people make, especially like the ones in the position of power, which is like your Joe Biden administrations, your different mayors, the reporters of these damn different Bloomberg financial network stations. It's a lot of their sentences. They have a lot of cloaks over them, right? Or it's a lot of darkness intentionally put over what they actually, as far as what's actually there regarding what they're saying, you know. But how they say it, you can't see it on the surface level. It's like some might actually be sitting there in the dark, but if it's darkness over it, right, you won't necessarily, you ain't as sure if you're not really as sure if something is truly there or not unless you put light on it. But that's wisdom. That's exactly what wisdom is. Wisdom is a light. If you can actually hold that and jump to or I can get it, whichever would be quicker. Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter. I want to say you would jump down to verse you could jump down to verse. So like I'm at dang. It's all right. I want to say you could jump to 20.
21.
Nah. Jump down to verse 24, and the point is going to be in 26.
Yeah, kind. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion.
Right.
She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness.
Like the sun, right? So we're talking about wisdom. So you can just jump straight down to 26.
Verse 26. For she is the brightness of the everlasting light.
Right.
The
See?
unspotted.
She is the brightness of the light. So is wisdom. Wisdom is the source. Wisdom is the source of all things. So light coming out is through wisdom. You know, the steps of hidden things coming out or being able to be revealed is wisdom. Wisdom responsible for that. Being able to see to know the subtlety of speeches, meaning what's actually there, even though darkness is covering it, and actually getting it right is wisdom is able to do that, right? Did you got it?
Yeah, kind. It says, "For she is the brightness of the everlasting light, the unspotted mirror of the power of the Heavenly Father,
Yeah,
and the image of His goodness."
right. Like Yahweh Shai, he was dead, but he's alive forevermore, which he is that light. You know, I mean, it literally says it in John the first chapter how he was the light of the life of men. Then John the Baptist was sent forth to bear witness of that light.
Yeah.
You know, that's the Son. You know what I'm saying? Like he the Son, like on in both regards. Not physically the Sun, like in the sky, but as far as like the whole, like everything, all the works that the Lord made, they got some spiritual work. It was for prophecy. It had some spiritual. It's really so we can understand His will, His prophecies. Everything you look around has a spiritual meaning to it. From the moon to the sun to the stars to the sky to the ground, the dirt, everything. It's not one trees, everything, fruits. Because think about it. If he didn't create none of these things, you would have to rewrite the whole Bible. I see trees as men walking. If he didn't create trees, you wouldn't understand that. The fruit, you know a fruit by its tree, you know a tree by its fruit. If he didn't make trees that bring forth fruit, you wouldn't understand how to discern what something is. So the Lord heavy, man. But anyway, I forgot why the hell I even said that. But she can get all these things right, you know. Now, that's really it, okay? Because when you read on the tell that it says she enters into people, you know, make them friends of the Lord and prophets, okay? So us having this wisdom is we're like the portals for wisdom, you know. That's a lesson. Portals for wisdom. Just did a lesson on that, which is realms of knowledge, where you got to have portals for wisdom. Like another word for portal, and the way I'm using it will be what? Vessel. See that? So yeah, you got water, but you need something to hold the water. See? So us being in our true, us being and being concerned with who the Lord wants us to be is very vital. It's very critical. You know, people get on here and think this is just a game. Like, you know, the water here, it can nourish you, it can hydrate you, it can bring you back to life. You know what I'm saying? But that water needs a vessel to be able to come forth. So we have to be concerned with being who we're supposed to be so all these things can come forth and so we can be on point as a people. You know, the Israelites, you need portals, you need vessels, you need you need a way for the sun. You know, so if we aren't concerned with, you know, the playoffs right now, and instead with this message, or if we're not concerned with, if you're more concerned with who may be doing this or some woman that's completely out of her order versus the men that's currently in the stead of being that vessel, and instead, which is being an Israelite, you know, brother may simply meaning a brother may be teaching. If you'll be able to get that water, you'll be able to get that light. If we all just was concerned with being basketball players, or all the jakes that's only concerned with being basketball players, guess what? The sky wouldn't be there, and the sun wouldn't be able to run its course. See that? This light wouldn't be able to. The steps of the hidden things wouldn't be able to come out. So this is very vital by us being Once again, ignoring all, just locking in to what we need to lock into. Okay. This is a very powerful way on how the Lord is using us, and we're gonna get it right. So if you could jump back to Wisdom of Solomon 8:8, and I'm gonna finish the definition.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 8, verse 8. If a man desire much experience, she knoweth things of old, and conjectureth aright what is to come.
So wisdom can go into the past perfectly. I'm gonna do a lesson on that. A time machine. The Bible is a time machine, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the only true time machine on earth if you think about it. You can go into the past, you can go into the future. You know what I'm saying? You got it.
Yeah, kind.
You can and you can even rewind time with this. If you think about it, in a certain sense. Because when you rewind to something, you're trying to undo something. Well, this word allows you to do that. The Bible. You got it.
It says she knoweth the subtleties of speeches.
Right.
And can expound dark sentences.
See, that's what it means. Because when you go into subtlety, it says a subtle, distinct feature or argument. And when you go into it, it says what? Shade, narrow, nuance. See, when people come up and they talk, I know speaking for myself personally, I always look to weed through everything else that may seem like me that I don't want to hear. But no, really, I'm just moving the darkness out the way and just getting to what you actually saying. Oh, so you saying that's really what you're supposed to do when you got wisdom. Because a statement can be anything, blanket statement, right? But you really supposed to, all statements got a purpose for being said and a meaning. And something you're supposed to, whether unintentionally get from it or intentionally get from it. You're supposed to get that. And the way to ensure that you get that is only making it about that. So if you get a statement that pretty much, if you start getting statements to where they ain't hitting you just like that, that means it's darkness over. It's a lot of like gibberish or just beating around the bush, as they like to say, over it. That's subtlety. And it says the devil, he does that very well. He's the most subtle. You have to understand that's a very big barrier. That's a consistent barrier found in this thing called speech or the human language. Subtlety. Right? Subtlety of speeches. That's why it's in the Bible. Everybody that talk come with subtlety in their speeches because they either beating around the bush and they ain't really saying what they saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, just say what the fuck, just say what you're saying. And wisdom, that's how wisdom operates. What wisdom know, okay, that ain't the point of speech, but that comes with speech. Why? Because you got people that's lukewarm. You got people that's devils. You know what I'm saying? You got people that's crafty. You got people that's subtle. And amongst those things, you got it's levels. Amongst these things being found amongst peoples is levels of who does it the most, and the devil, he does it the highest. And that's why it says the serpent was more subtle than any creature. And that's found through what? Primarily with the things they say. That's seen primarily in the things they say and the physical moves they actually make. Now, when you go into shade, it says what? Comparative darkness and coolness. See that? You got people that's all the way with something, they straight to the point, and people that's not with nothing at all. They just, that's hot and cold. And then in the middle, you got people that's just, that's what? Lukewarm. Basically coolness. But cold would be coolness. So it says comparative darkness and coolness, because the opposite of light and hot is dark and cool or cold. But it says comparative darkness and coolness caused by shelter from direct light. You see? So they try to house things and keep things in house. But if something in that house that's of darkness was a house of darkness, if something in that house comes out like a leak, it's exposed now. You see that? We're gonna be now it's able to be pointed out, like, look, you know?
Yeah, kind of.
So they try to keep everything in house. That's why you got all these damn secret societies. You got codes and passwords. You know, passwords to laptops,
Right.
locks on doors. That whole concept, man. You know, you got something you want to say?
Yeah, kind of like you know, the signs that you know the musicians may throw up, celebrities. All of those are subtleties. You know, when the president throws up the peace sign, if you will, all these little things, they are pretty much part of that subtle language.
Yep, exactly. These are the different yeah, all that exactly. You know, because and that goes back to a house, because that's connected to something. So like a lock is connected to a door. You know what I'm saying? Or certain information is like the scriptures say, how wisdom is privy to the mysteries. You know what I'm saying? Like certain things is housed. Like the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is only found in the house of Yahweh Bashmiel Shah, the house of David.
Right.
What comes with the house of David? The key of David. See that?
Yeah, kind of.
Who got that key of David? House Shah. See that? But anyway, so you know, just talking in the spirit. It says shadows. Shadows. And the opposite is what? Light. So ultimately, subtlety means what? Darkness, shadows. You see? A shadow of area. Was just saying this. Are we making this up? This is all the spirit. Can't make it up, man. Okay. All right, so you got it.
Yeah,
Opposite, look. Opposite says that. You see that?
yeah, sunlight, daylight. Y'all just go speak real quick too on
Yeah.
you know the what is it? The term shadow banning, you know?
Oh man. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, just to think on, you know. Because I
That's
got more I can say, but it ain't a complete thought, so I ain't gonna spew it out right now. But
that's it. That's what that falls under what? Subtlety of speeches.
yeah, kind.
You can pick back up there, and then we go ahead and get to the video.
Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8, and verse 8. She knoweth the subtlety of speeches and can expound dark sentences.
Right.
She foreseeth signs
So
and
you're like,
wonders.
nope, devil, you mean this? Like when you see these excerpts we got from the thing, you're gonna see what we talking about. A lot of subtlety, a lot of speeches of subtlety came out last night. Whole lot of shit they were saying, and really, I'll say it now because it might not be said on the video. Like when Joe Biden speak, he being straightforward. So it's like it was like a roast, like one of those comedy roasts they do. But when Joe Biden speak, so they had him speak amongst that. So the whole thing is like a comedy roast, like ha 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 ha. But when Joe Biden speak, he be straightforward. So he don't get up there telling jokes. He just get up there being Joe Biden. So everything he's saying is if he says something and it sounds crazy, he mean it. It's not a joke because he didn't get up there telling jokes. He just got up there being Joe Biden. But they had Trevor Noah involved in it, and he went on and said some crazy shit. He said some shit like everybody in the room is low key pedophiles, some shit like that. Yeah, Salaki.
Yeah, kind. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8, and verse 8. Continuing, it says, she foreseeth signs and wonders and the events of seasons and times.
Yep. And then, so for my point of saying that was what when people say certain things and you understand how speech is supposed to go, like basically how I already explained it, how the Lord made the purpose as far as what the Lord made, as far as the purpose that the Lord made for what we are to get out of speech when we dialogue. You're supposed to get something, whether out of a statement made by the individual, whether it be directly or indirectly. It don't matter. You're supposed to get something out of it. So if someone's talking and you ain't getting nothing out of it, that's subtlety. You know, it's darkness. They either can't articulate it because they don't understand, like they darken their head, or they trying to literally cover something up. But when you got wisdom gonna be like for the examples, the Joe Biden thing. He say this, and it might come out like it's dark. But it's like, nope, that's what you meant.
Mm-hmm.
Or Trevor Noah might say something like blah 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 blah. He'd be like, no, he's saying this. That's how you're supposed to go about it. It never should be a time where someone talks to you and you don't get something out of what they say. If that goes on, you're supposed to be like, why? So it looked like we real, what's the word? Like, man, bro, like an asshole. I like an ass. He could really be like detailed. That's what the fuck. That's what's up to me. That's what's up to me. Remember? Let me pull it right back up, and then that'll be it. What does subtle mean? Or subtlety? Precision. So someone can be subtle, but when you like talking to you, but when you on the end of listening, you're dealing with subtleness, right? So what a subtleness or subtlety goes into? Precision. So somebody might be precisely trying to not get you to get something out of they saying, or the real thing out of what they saying, which might be intentionally or unintentionally.
Right.
And when you being on the listening end of subtlety, you're in the moment of subtlety. So you're dealing with subtlety. Subtlety deals with what? Precision. So you're supposed to be listening. You're supposed to be dealing with subtlety like that. Precise. Wait. So you saying that's why conversation go like that. But the goddamn devil, he's just a master at the shit, you know? I don't want to overcomplicate it, but when anybody talk to you, brothers, or any listeners, you got to understand that's the Lord's telling us with this. This is the purpose of speech, and He understands this is how speech goes on. Think about it. When your parents talk to you, they use a lot of subtlety. They don't want to break something to you or something.
Yep.
All I'm saying, you got it, brother.
Yeah, kind. I was also going to say, just for example, even though I know you just went into it. It's like the example would be that Jake that came up the last week. You know, he wasn't on his square. He was drunk. You know, so
right.
He had a message. It just wasn't clear. And through analyzing it, like he was actually looking for something. He just couldn't articulate it. And that's another way to be subtle.
Yep.
It just, in his case, it wasn't exactly on purpose. It's just more of him not being able to articulate himself. But it was overall a message there, which is the point.
Yep, exactly. And that's the mentality. In all speeches, in all conversations, it's what you take those moments and you label them what the Bible labels them, which is what subtlety of speeches. Who wrote this that we're reading? As far as the passage, who wrote this passage that the brother is reading?
Solomon.
Yeah, right. Come on, man. So that's why he was able to deal with those women like that when they came in saying this. She was like, she stole my baby, and he had all that wisdom. So he seen through everything. He was like, I know when people talk, this is what goes on. It's either darkness intentionally or unintentionally. But ultimately, I'm supposed to see what's really there. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm supposed to get what you actually are trying to give me, or that I can get from what you're saying. If you're not able to do that, subtlety of speech is at its finest. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, which goes into what? Darkness. And the damn devil does this so well, man. His dude do this. So every time he speaks, he's the most subtle of everybody on earth. You know? You do it, I do it, we all do it. Subtlety of speeches. You might be talking to your so-called boss, or somebody at the plant, and you trying to like beat around the bush, you know what I'm saying, or say something in a certain way, you being subtle. Now, everybody don't know this. This is why people are able to get away with certain things in certain conversations. or go over their head because they don't understand the concept of speech. This is the structure of speech. It's that simple. But anyway, so when you see me being like that with you, or that's really it was zeal. Now it's more so according to knowledge. Speaking for myself, I was always a person like that. You know, nah, you saying this. But see, well, now we know the Bible, we know, okay, no, this is an actual real thing. You know? So that's what's being picked up on. So and that's why you would be dealt with like that by somebody that may be real. What's the word I want to say? Real I don't want to just say asshole. I want to say like
Analytical.
not even analytical, like he's real, she's real, she's like
Austere.
not even austere, it's like
Rash.
it's like not even rash, it's like, you know, damn, what's the word I want to say? It'll come up later. That always happens.
I feel like I know what you're talking about because you had used that a while back as an example with like a girl. She had said it to you, basically how you be moving. It's like a specific word. Not careless or like ruthless. Like I think about it.
Yeah, I want. We ain't gotta spend time on it. I'll look over it. If you brothers got, did you finish, Mahar?
Yep. I did.
Okay, so what we're gonna do? Let's get these videos real quick, so we don't spend 2 hours on here, and then you brothers can just bring out everything you got. Now it is premier scriptures going into this, so try to be on topic. But whatever you got, even if you got some on what we just brought out, you can hold it because it ain't gonna pass. Like this, everything we just said is what we're going into, so it ain't gonna be out of season. So real quick, this is the recap of what we're dealing with. China, people ain't able to see because of what we just talked about through the subtlety of speeches, the steps of hidden things, information being privy to certain societies or administrations like houses. You know, shit is privy to that house. I don't know what's in that house over there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's their house. You know, they could be working on a damn nuclear bomb. I don't know. They could be working on a new vax. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why people aren't able to see these things, once again, is because these things that Esau's housing is what they're getting ready to do here, which is being housed over in China. Jake can't go to China, but Jake can go on the internet. Jake can go to the prophets. You know what I'm saying? Period. And Jake can go to the light. Because all these things they doing still on Earth, so it ain't really so. It ain't. It's only so far they can go without. It's only so far they can go as far as trying to hide things. But the reason why people don't know is because the subtlety of speeches, as far as the things they're getting ready to do here in America, and because they housing it, they hidden it. It's only privy to certain elite members on that left hand side. But see, since we're the elite, if you will, or will, on the right hand side, we get the info, we get the PSAs, and the spirit is just as well. So what they're getting ready to do is what you about to see in these videos, and it's because America, the so-called white man, through the subtlety of speeches and his witchcraft, he's pretty much done business with them. You know what I'm saying? To get over there and get his hand in China. So everything that's been going on in China has been set up by the so-called white man or influenced by the so-called white man. So just understand that, man. The China is a demo of what's about to happen here, and it's literally according to the scriptures. If somebody can get Psalm 60 and I want to say 8 and whatever you brothers got, so hit play on it.
I got it.
High quality microphone. Fascinating story overseas. China is refusing to loosen the grip of its strict zero COVID control policies as its worst outbreak in 2 years impacts the capital city of Beijing. A luxury mall, gyms, and other businesses were shut down today. Lockdowns across China are hitting international businesses hard with labor shortages and supply chain breakdowns. Here's CBS's Elizabeth Palmer. Almost Beijing's 21 million residents were ordered to take COVID tests this week. Not just one, 3 each. The goal is to avoid the kind of sweeping lockdown that shut Shanghai for more than a month. And last night had furious residents on their balconies banging pots and pans in protest.
So what you see is these people. Well, let's see how clear it is.
In Beijing, a growing number of areas are in mini lockdown, with barricades around buildings with COVID cases. But most people are free as long as they test negative. There was one day of panic buying when shoppers stripped supermarket shelves. But since then, authorities have made sure grocery stores stayed well stocked and promised that there is and would be plenty of food. Even as mass testing showed the number of COVID cases, while still low, was climbing. What do you expect? Is this just the prelude to a lockdown? Michael Hart is president of the American Chamber of Commerce in China.
That's the great question. I fear that we will have to move to a lockdown. I certainly hope that that's not the case. A number of people in Beijing thought Beijing was immune. I don't think COVID discriminates.
So you see that? We played this yesterday at the camp. But check this out. So all that stuff they told you that's happening right now in China led them to tell you this also.
What do you expect? Is this just the prelude to a lockdown? Michael Hart is president of the American Chamber of Commerce in China.
That's the great question. I fear that we will have to move to a lockdown. I certainly
To tell you that America's over there putting China on lockdown. See that? The red and blue. The 2 horns. Revelation 13. Revelation 17. See that? Tam. This is a guy named Michael Hart. He's the president of the American Chamber of Commerce in China. Right? That's how they got his position. But his position is on such a level to where he can be asked this.
Is this just the prelude to a lockdown? Michael Hart is president of the American Chamber of Commerce in China.
That's the great question. I fear that we
So he could be asked that and say this.
will have to move to a lockdown. I certainly hope that.
See? So he's putting China on lockdown, man. Now you got to think this is obviously through a business move. This is a business move they did, but it was just for them to get over there and obviously be able to have the pull that can be had over there, man. Now you got to ask yourself why. Why? Why? Well, the same reason why the Rona outbreak started in Wuhan, China first, and then came to America. The same reason, which is the same reason. Well, you know, that's the same. It's the same reason, and that same thing went on to become a pandemic, which is a scamdemic, and went on to reveal what that Rona that was pretty much told to us, the so-called American people and the people worldwide by the devil himself, which he said started in China East, right? Which is really just prophecy, because the Lord said, what? The prophets that have been before me have prophesied of old, have prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms with pestilence, famine, you know what I'm saying? Evil. Paraphrasing. So the pestilence, according to the Bible, was said to be things like the Rona, right? But according to the Bible, also the prophecies would start right east. See that? Now, as I was saying, it's all for the same reason for why the outbreak started in Wuhan, China, and was reported to you by the devil himself, and then it went on to leak out that the Rona was actually created in a Wuhan laboratory. It's all for the same reason. Meaning what? America has been dealing with China. Has been
Yeah.
using China to create a narrative and the situation they want here. Meaning simply that was an experimentation over there to see how it goes. An experimentation in every way. People's minds, reactions, body reactions, chemical reactions, all of that to see what will go here. And then a means or a way to what? Create a new world order. The lockdown, the shutdown. See that? So if brothers got scriptures, bring them out. But let's get that Psalm 60 and 8 real quick.
It's the Psalms chapter 16, verse 8. It says, Moab is my washpot. Over Edom will I cast out my shoe.
Yeah. So the Lord tells you what? That Moab is the Lord's washpot. Who is Moab in the Bible? The so-called China man. All right. When you go into what a washpot is used to cook and clean. Simply, or more importantly, the focal point will be what? The washpot is something used to create, or change something. Because when you wash clothes, you're trying to change it. You know what I'm saying? My clothes might be dirty, and if I wash them, I'm trying to change them from the black spots they have on them to, not having it, to back to how it was, or to a point where it don't look like that. I'm trying to change it. Moab is said to be used in that same way. They will be used to change things or what? Create things. Because if it's used for cooking, you can get real creative in the kitchen with cooking. You can cook up all type of meals. And then guess what? With meals, you do what? You serve them to people. And we know the Lord is all about serving. Right? Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, which have made all of the inhabitants, the nations drunk.
Nations drunk, kind.
Another instance of the Lord serving people is hell. It's on the right hand side, but if any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink. Another instance, take the wine cup of the wine cup of my fury at thy hand and pour it out to the nations.
Yeah, kind.
So the Lord all about serving. Oh, Revelation 14, he say what? If any man take his mark, he gonna drink of the wine of his wrath, which is poured out without mixture. So the Lord all about serving. So with a wash pot, you cook and whatever you cook, hence come up with or create, you serve the people. And that's exactly what the fuck China been used to do. But notice when you continue reading this verse, right? What did it say? And who's mentioning it? You got it.
It says, Philistia, triumph thou because of me.
Jump up.
It says, Psalm 16, verse 7.
No. I'm talking about in the verse. Just jump to Edom.
Okay, I got you. It says, Moab is my washpot. Over Edom will I cast out my shoe.
Right after. And notice that it's what? It's a semicolon in between Moab being his washpot and over Edom. Because they go together. So it's funny that Edom is a so-called white man and Moab, which is and Moab is a so-called Chinese man. And the Lord is saying He's gonna use Moab to create and change things, to create, cook and serve things to serve things, which ultimately you have to serve those things to people and to change things. And they're mentioned together. And that's exactly what we're seeing on the earth. We're seeing the so-called Chinese man be found in what's the word I want to use? Debacles. That's not the one I want, but scandals. That's what I want to use. Scandals of creating things, which is the things that actually served everybody, which is the Rona, right? And then Edom being on the right, being right there with them. You know, who was the biggest players when this pandemic hit? Who was the biggest people in the news regarding the COVID? Who was the biggest? What was the two biggest countries?
Here
Esau.
in Moab.
Right, China. Here, for people can understand, America and China. Why? Wuhan. Because it started there, but then who blew it up? Edom. It started there, it was created there, it was served out, and then it was blew up by America. And from there, everything that was created there was served out to the rest of the people of the earth. It didn't go China, then the EU got a hold of it, then it got, no. They were mentioned, but it wasn't on the scale as, like I said, the two biggest people that was mentioned. China, because that's where it started, in America, because that's who blew it up. So the Lord really showing us, really, Edom is responsible, is going to play a part in Moab being used to create and change things, and ultimately serve those things they created. Through what? Through Moab, who's like a wash pot. You look a wash pot up is used for cooking and cleaning, man. Cooking food and cleaning clothes in ancient times. It's Jake's down south that's old school that got wash pots. You know? Brothers got something?
Yeah, kind. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5. It says, yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. You know, so it's showing Esau he don't stay at home, so it would make sense for him to be over in China or with the Moabites, making scandals, And it says, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death. And we know that's ultimately what he's serving, him enlarging his desires. It's him, he ultimately got to just fulfill his role, which was being wicked. And then he serves death because that's what he plays with and cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. So it makes sense that you would find a so-called white man completely out of his place, still running something, still having his hand and dealing in the subtleties of all things.
Nah, that's a beautiful scripture you got. Who next? Somebody else got something?
Con. Yeah, it has something to go with the brother Mahar's point.
You turn your can y'all hear him? I can't really hear him.
Yeah, you're a little low. I can hear you, but you're still a little low.
Con. You can hear?
Yeah.
That's better.
Con. This is Revelation 18:3. It says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and that her is going into America. That her is Babylon the Great. It says, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundancies of her delicacies. So it just goes to show, that much more that these, China and America were in cahoots with each other. And it was all done, pretty much under the table through subtlety. And China, they're so-called gaining the benefits, through America, right? And getting rich, But yeah, just to further, prove and expound the point that they're in cahoots with each other, and America is pretty much running the show.
Somebody else got something? Nah, nobody got nothing?
Well,
Okay, kind. I got something real quick. This is Second Ezra 15, and I'm gonna start at verse 46. It says, and thou Asia, that art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person. See, so Asia is said to, which is where China is at. You know, it's said to be was synonymous with China, right? But Moab, but is in its east, farthest thing east, is said to be 100% factually partaking with America, man, which is Babylon. And it says that it is the glory of her person, meaning Asia is like America's sponsor, as women like to say.
Yeah,
You know, will you be my sponsor? You know, my sugar daddy. You know, will you be the reason why I'm decked out? That's what it's saying. It says, and art the glory of her person. It says, woe be unto thee. Really, that's the point, you know. But I'll read 47. It says, woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers. Right. It says, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Yeah, America know how important China is. So she's like, man, if I could just get that nigga. America like that whore that's just like, man, he got a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? China make everything. That's what America did, Salaki.
No, so like just on a point, I'm trying to find the article, but simply put, we know Elon Musk, he just purchased Twitter, and people was pretty much enraged about it. The world ultimately, but Jeff Bezos went on to make a smart remark towards Elon Musk and his purchase of Twitter, because he's going to open it up to the world, which China, I guess, was somehow banned. Certain places in China was banned from using Twitter, but the big reveal of the whole conversation between these two billionaires, the two so-called richest people in the world, on paper, whatever that they release, is the fact that both of these people's companies, their main resources outside the United States, of course, is China. So Tesla sells like this is number two as far as majority buyers would be from China. And then Jeff Bezos, they was calling him out because when you go on Amazon, I believe they said like up to like 60, 70% of the items that are sold on Amazon, if you go through them, they source through China. So regardless how people want to see it, they put on this front as if it's a huge problem between China and America.
Right.
They deal with each other the most, and
Right.
we know that.
Right.
Check your T-shirt tag. Check everything you buy. It's gonna say made in China. Yeah, that's pretty much it, though.
No, that's perfect. That's beautiful. Kind. Somebody else got something? Okay, let's get another one. Let's get a Revelation. We're gonna get the rest of these videos. Let's get Revelation 17 and start at 17, and that's also get Revelation 13 and let's get Revelation 13 and verse 11. Yeah, kind of 11. All right. Yeah, matter of fact, let's bring that out right now. Shop.
The 13 and 11 or the 17 and 17?
17, no, 17 and 17, I believe that is. Revelation 17 and 17.
Revelation chapter.
Whoever want to get that one, and then if you can bring this one out if you want to.
Okay. So you went to Revelation 13 and 11 first? Revelation chapter 13 and verse 11, it says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
Yeah, the two horns going into the pretty much it's dealing with witchcraft, because it's visual. The Lord's given a visual that's pretty much, I want to keep using the word synonymous, but it's synonymous with, and this particular vision is being synonymous with a vision in itself. This vision and a vision in itself is synonymous with the so-called white man. But when you really think about it, it's not really there. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about a vision, all vision is not necessarily there. That's like the hope. You know what I'm saying? Like how the Lord said what faith is. He has faith explained. He says in Hebrews the 11th chapter, he say what? I thought we can get it real quick.
Faith is the things that are not seen.
Yes, not that one. It's basically for yet. Just read. Start at 11 and matter of fact, get verse. Start at 1, and I'm gonna find the one I'm talking about real quick. We're just gonna get one. We only need verse 1.
Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1, it says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Yeah, somebody else hold, like, because we're gonna try to make this quick, so you ain't gotta try to read all of them. But some other brothers do that.
I can hold some.
If they want to. But one more time on that, knock out Bible shot.
Con. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1, it says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Right. So faith is the substance of things hoped for, which is dealing with if you hoping for something, it's you believe you can get it, but really it's evident that you can't see it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're hoping for it. You know, if you're hoping for it, it ain't there yet. It ain't manifested. You believe you could probably get it, but really it just shows you it's not there. You know what I'm saying? You can't see it. It's not actually there. And that's let me see. I can use that one, but that do help explain it. So we definitely got to get this. Just find somebody get the scripture that say if why does a man yet hope for? Why do he yet hope for? And you should see the point. Bro's gotta be quick though.
I got it. Romans 8:24. For we are saved by hope. The hope that is seen is not hope, but what a man seeth, why do he yet hope for?
Right, exactly. Exactly. Proving you hoping, really it proves you can't see it. That's why you're hoping for it. Because if it was there, you wouldn't be hoping. You already got it. Man, I hope I'll get this. That's just where hope is really just a vision. You know what I'm saying? It's a vision too, but it's not a vision that you can see. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't necessarily physically seeing it. It ain't physically there. Now, if we can read that one more time that you read, Nakoya, then we go right back to that revelation.
Con. This is Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 1. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Right. So when you go back into what that means, go back to that Revelation 13:11. So we just learned what that hope is. It ultimately is a vision because it's something you're thinking about. It's a vision. It's a vision. There's just like our visions of the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, which is a hope. But that's how you get these visions. But now knowing how it works, it's just evident that it's not there. It's not actually there. So it's the same thing with this. You know what I'm saying? So I really just got that to show this the same thing that the damn devil dealing with. Because when you go back into that second Ezra 15, it says what? That the so-called white man, he got hope, right? He deals with a hope. This is second Ezra 15 and 46. And thou, Asia, that art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person. So the damn devil America got hope. And that's what, for instance, we can make everything right. We can make everything good. Political party, You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know, people got a chance to win. That's a vision they sell people. That's a fake hope. That's a false hope they give people. You know what I'm saying? But once again, when you think about a vision, which is what John was shown, he was shown a vision. But really, it's dealing with the witchcraft of Esau. You know, it's which is an illusion. This particular vision ain't there. It's fake. That's what the two horns is going into. Is appears to be these two horns, right? So you would think they different, but they on the same beast at the end of the day. Even if you want to see them being different, well, I got both of my hands ain't the same size, or I got one little ear and one small ear, or something like that. People will be technical, right? But at the end of the day, it's still a goddamn illusion. Ultimately, just witchcraft, because you're going to realize these particular horns is obviously just these political parties, but they are part of the same oppressing ass system. So you think you got options to differ from the other party, but they all of the same people's options. They all of this one people's option, which is why it comes down to being what? A lamb, really a dragon that appears
Right.
like a lamb. So it's this illusion. Hence what? Witchcraft. So you can read that. And let's get Nahum 3 and 4. And then I'm gonna hit play on the video.
Fine. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 11, it says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
Right. See that? So it's all witchcraft. It's all lies. Really, these horns is going into the hope of Babylon, man. Yeah, the two horns comes down to, you know, the political parties. You know what I'm saying? The damn Democrats versus the Republicans, the plebeian going back to Rome, the philosophies of Rome. This place ain't nothing but Rome all over again, which is what the plebeians versus the patricians, or the patricians versus the plebeians, however you want to look at it. But it's all of the same people. It's all being orchestrated by the same people. That's coming off as if they like this, but really they a goddamn dragon. And that word dragon goes into what? It goes into laws, really. Draco, draconian legislation. See that? And that's why the reason we getting this is because it goes with what you seeing on the screen. Tam, China. But it's in what color? The two colors of America, man. Right. The blue and the red. You look, go pull up the NBA logo, pull up the NFL logo, pull up boxing. What colors do you see? Blue and red, blue and red, blue and red, blue and red. Like it's two opposing forces, but it's not. It's all of the same shit. It's all of the same stuff, man. And they done found the way to, and that's their hope they sell people, which is the highest form of witchcraft that they have pretty much performed, which is why this particular thing is talked about in Revelation. They got people to believe is options, is hopes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the biggest form of witchcraft. And this is how they subdue people unto them, just to only bring forth the laws they want. And the laws they create and come up with that they go on and bring forth creates a world that they want, man. See that? That's what they did in America. They get people to vote, and it only ends up with putting who, which is just getting people involved and all caught up, only to still bring forth the only things they considered anyway. So they give you two opposing candidates, but they only have two people they will pick from. You know what I'm saying? And then people would think, it's so deep, people would think the one they voting for gonna win, which further proves is all bullshit. It wasn't real. You don't have a choice. And the choices they give you is only of their options. It was never, it ain't like you went and found some good candidate named Robert McKelly. He don't hate white people. He don't hate black people. He be helping. He be giving ice cream out in the neighborhood. People look at voting as if the candidates they pick is from a situation like that. You know, they went and found this guy and they brought him to the White House, and then he started running. And they're like, yeah, go, Robert, go. You can do it. You stupid people. You go pick from the options they give you. And you might not even get the option you want of the options they pick. And that's only for you to get you involved, get you all riled up, you jakes, and for them to you ain't doing nothing but you're not doing nothing but helping bring forth draconian legislation. That's all you doing. That's all you doing. At whatever speed, they like, if we put this guy in, he's gonna bring forth gay shit. He's gonna bring forth the whatever else wicked shit of the world, the traits of how they want the world to get. And that's what each president have done. Or if they don't go with that person, they use this person because they're like, we already did that with Obama, right?
Right.
We're gonna push this guy because this guy is gonna bring the RFID chip. He's gonna bring the mark of the beast. This guy's gonna actually tell Russia they ain't shit and actually cause Russia to start the World War III that we want. This guy's gonna actually cause the food shortages to start happening through the beef that he's gonna create with Russia. When Joe Biden first got in office, remember he started beef with Russia immediately. Remember that. Don't forget that.
Yeah, okay.
That's one of the first things this dude did. And he furthered. Who was the candidate that ran against Obama in like 2008?
Not McCain. It was
It was McCain. It was McCain. That's exactly who it was. It was John McCain. John McCain ran against Obama. Because Hillary Clinton, she didn't run until after that. Yeah, it was John McCain. John McCain, he was never president.
It was because he had 2 terms, so I think it was 1 more 2. It was McCain, and it was I think it started with an R.
The McCain was never president though, right?
No, he was never president.
Right. He ran against Obama.
Exactly.
That's who ran against Obama. Now, they didn't go with McCain, who was a so-called white man. They went with this dude who everybody thought they wanted. But think about it. It's because they came with different packages. So what did Obama do? Obama helped push forth Obama set up all the LGBT stuff you see today.
The other one was Romney. Salakia, you got it.
Romney, what was his name?
Mitt
Romney, right?
Yeah, kind.
Yeah, but did John McCain run against?
No, it was 2 years. Remember, he served 2 terms, so called. So one time it was against McCain, and the other one was against Romney.
Okay, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, kind.
Yeah, okay, kind. No, I remember him running, but yeah, Mitt Romney, and then John McCain. John McCain was who he first went against, right?
Kind.
Yeah, but anyway. Obama, they gave y'all people. This is how it worked, man. That's only of the one system. It's so much you can say, but it's like that, man. But it's only thing what y'all doing. Y'all picking forth certain wicked ass laws, for a certain time. Like if y'all ready for but they still only gonna do that. No, the world ready for this, so we can't give them who they want. This guy, he's gonna move it forward because they know they got a short time. But everybody you vote for and you pick for, you can best believe is only for you to see a bunch of goddamn wicked ass laws and legislation passed on your ass. That's why I says it ends off with a dragon. Dragon goes into Draco, which goes into wicked, harsh, draconian like legislation, man. Which goes back to Isaiah the 10th chapter. All this is about a law. And law does what? It creates the world, it creates a certain type of world. So if you're passing laws about chips, laws about LGBT, laws about all type of stuff they're doing, laws about permitless carry, you don't even need a permit to carry no more. It's gonna create that type of world. And each president comes forth, right, as someone that stands for this. So they might go with that guy. And he might be the exact one that they need to bring forth to get to keep building it. That's what, and before you know it, you got the New World Order. Y'all voted this nigga John Biden, and y'all, Joe Biden, and he is the dude that might bring the mark of the beast. It's just that simple. Why? Because when he was on Senate,
right,
or when he was a senator. There's a video of him talking about the damn shit, man.
Yeah, he's saying y'all gonna have to deal with this at some point in the next lifetime, decade or whatever he said.
So this ain't nothing but an illusion, man. The political party, when everybody get all happy and you got to go out and vote. P. Diddy, when he had his little thing going on, vote or die. You know what I'm saying? People getting this lost spirit, this happy spirit, they put under witchcraft during that time. People fighting, and then because they believe they fighting for the right that they want. But the nigga you picking, he probably only finna bring forth a certain legislation you didn't even understand. He not finna bring forth none of the stuff you hoped he would bring forth. Which each candidate comes with different devils. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, man. And that's why it ends off, he spake as a lamb. They get up there teasing. Good thing to have Trump out of office. And the first day that nigga got in office, he signed all type of LGBTQ orders, all type of stuff, man. Then he ended a peace treaty with Russia, I believe. And it's been cracking ever since. That's the dragon part. So, and look at the minds of America now. Now, it's certain things they can't bring forth here in America just outright. So they use the same concept on the other nations. The red and blue concept. And they went for it. So now they over there creating a world they want over there. They helping China create a world that might, because you got to think, well, why would China allow, I hate I'm continuously talking, but you got to think, why would China allow these people in and everybody know these people the devil? Because China want to be the next America. China want to be just like America. Japan, all of them ones love America. You watch all the LA games, it ain't nothing but damn Moabites there. You go to all those colleges on the West Coast. What is it? The ACC, the damn
Pac.
The Pac-10, yeah. You know what I'm saying? The UCLAs, the Oregons, the Washington, the Stanfords, the damn, all these, I was throughout all that shit. And most of the ones on those campuses ain't nothing but Moabites, man. Moabites and Ammonites. Straight up. They want to, so they allowed the damn devil in because they really competitive. They want to compete, but they stupid. So they like, I gotta play with you, devil. You know what I'm saying? And they think they hustling Esau, but he the ultimate devil. Now this nigga, he over there.
Yeah.
God damn, this nigga Esau bad, man.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
God,
they sent all they not to extend it too much, but they sent all of they kids, whoever they prospects over here to drink, and they go back over there with that. Man, it's just crazy. They go back over there wasted, man.
Man, I mean, let's hit play on this one more time, man. And how did they successfully pull this off? We got it in their home 3 and 4. Whoever got it.
Nahum chapter 3 and verse 4.
No, you ain't gotta bring it out yet, brother. Not yet. Because you can't even hear you with this plan.
You gotta share the screen out.
Fear that we will have to move to a lockdown. I certainly hope that that's not the case. A number of people in Beijing thought Beijing was immune. I don't think COVID discriminates.
U.S. businesses in China are already struggling with labor shortages and broken supply lines. Eberhard is president. What do you expect? Is this just the prelude to a lockdown? Michael Hart is president of the American Chamber of Commerce in China.
That's the great question. I fear that we will have to move to a lockdown. I certainly hope that that's not the case. A number of people in Beijing thought Beijing was immune.
Wow.
I don't think COVID discriminates.
Wow. See, when I heard that, I was like, so how did they pull that off? The AmTam? You got it, brother.
Nahum's 3 and 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts.
See? So this is why China bought in, because they're like, man, you bad though. I hate you. You ain't good for me, but they're like, you bad. Meaning America decked. Look how you control everybody, white man. You know what I'm saying? That's really how China want to be. So here Esau comes with his subtlety of speeches. You know what I'm saying? His hand, his hidden agendas, and they make a deal and they create a business. Like the brother mentioned, like they try to present like they hate each other so much, which they do, but y'all completely like always with each other. Y'all buddies. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like
Say
you
if I
can't
could
make
real
this
quick.
up. You guys say you got something?
No, just a lot of relationships like that. Like, in the world they say like a toxic relationship, like people who like with somebody but they can't really basically separate type job. Like a lot of people be in situations like that. Like, you don't work for me, but they make it they use each other. So it's almost disannulling as much as they do hate each other. Just hate it to that point.
Yeah,
These persons definitely hate each other, but they can't be separate.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting it short. So, because we've been coming up on 2 hours, we ain't even got through all these videos. So the point is, what America was favored. You know what I'm saying? For what it can, pretty much. China envies America. They admire America in a way, while they hate it. So that's how they're able to pull it up. But the only reason America went in to do this is to experiment and see how people react. You know what I'm saying? That's really it, man. And we got the rest of this information to bring out to prove that, man. Okay, it's that simple. They completely have turned, all they've completely turned them having jurisdiction over to sharing it to the point where America saying is what's going to happen over there. But why America care to say what's going to happen in China? Well, you about to see. So let's move on.
China is shifting its focus from Shanghai to Beijing amid rising COVID-19 infections in the capital. Authorities are racing to...
If y'all got scriptures, bring them out. I ain't really got nothing else on the scriptures. We got that one more, that Revelation 17:17, but that'll probably be it.
Stand out the spread, expanding testing to some 20 million residents. Residents in Beijing have been rushing to stock up on food and other essential supplies. Concerns are growing that Beijing could be placed under a strict lockdown as Shanghai was after authorities detected 33 new infections. About 25 million people in China.
So what? We're not watching this whole thing. They pretty much they rerunning the whole shamdemic thing. How would these people believe it? If we said another outbreak took place, because all they got to do, because people go to the doctor all the time. Yeah, I gotta get it. I gotta go see my doctor, make sure I, get my yearly checkup, my annual checkup. You know what I'm saying? And that might be a person every day, especially depending on how many people, how big the population is. People literally schedule annual checkups with their so-called doctors, who are physicians of no value according to the scriptures. But the doctor can tell them anything. They expect to hear whatever the doctor gonna tell them. So what if the doctor been paid off to tell them, yeah, you got the new strand, the Omarion dancing, break dancing on your body. You know what I'm saying? All they got to do is, start. They do that a few more times. Now it's another outbreak. And then you got to know that a lot of the doctors over there, it probably Americans too. I guarantee if you go into a China and one of the hospitals in China, somebody in there, American doctor.
Oh yeah.
Now they clearly are saying that another outbreak has occurred, and it just ain't nothing but the pandemic all over again. It started east in China, and it's gonna go forward. That's what happened last time, right? So now, more so, according to the scriptures and paying attention, from my analysts, they really just seeing if people gonna believe it over there. And if they see people believe another outbreak again, and like say they want to do a crazy outbreak this time, they want to see how far people will go and allow them to go with them telling them this and with them believing this. And that's really what it's turning into, because it went as far as, these people get locked up in their homes. It's goddamn robots every goddamn where, delivering stuff. Look at this, man. Because you got to remember, once again, America's involved on this lockdown taking place. But we ain't never seen nothing like this over there. Nor did we see this the first time when the outbreak came out the first time. We didn't see walls get put up when the Rona first came out. It was just quarantine, and that really was it. You can't travel. That was it. Now with this one, the food is being affected. People got to stay in their house, and not only that, they putting fences up this time. Right? That's what's different about this one. But once again, remember, America has already revealed they're involved in controlling the lockdown. You know what I'm saying? So once again, from the analysts is just looking like America is testing to see if people would buy into it again. Because they more than likely they buy into it again over here. And then we come with different measures this time, and they respond well to it all. They know they can do it over here. Because quarantining for the COVID first took place where? In China. So before the quarantine stuff started happening here, it was taking place over there already, and people were seeing it. And that's what helped allow for the quarantine to start happening here once they said it happened there. You know what I'm saying? The whole time, America's been involved with China on all of that from the beginning. Okay? Next video. I said he's going to be quick.
Again, in every corner of the country, cases are up 52% over the last 2 weeks. Hospitals.
This is April 30th.
Have
So this is what, yesterday?
also
Or the day
increased
before?
by 14%. CBS says Lilia Luciano is in Los Angeles tonight with more on the state of the virus. Good evening, Lilia. Good evening to you, Adriana.
So now, look, U.S. sees upstick in COVID cases and hospitalization. See that? See that? Let's get these dates, man.
Oh, China's.
April 26th, right? China shifts focus from Shanghai to Beijing as COVID joints, infections rise.
Tonight, a fascinating story.
This is from the same day. No, this is 3 days later. April 29th, China imposes strict COVID protocols. So this one goes first, So the COVID rise was going, and then they came to the point of saying, okay, a lockdown is going to take place. And what did the lockdown look like? People doing this.
In Beijing, banging pots and pans, residents on their balconies. And last night had furious residents on their balconies banging pots and pans in protest.
People protesting from their cribs because they can't come outside. But to the point of...
In Beijing, a growing number of areas are in mini lockdown with barricades around buildings with COVID cases.
So if people in your apartment, they know a complex got the COVID, they putting barricades up this time, right? That came 3 days. And then it goes on to reveal what? America saying what?
Expect, is this just the prelude to a lockdown? Michael Hart is president of the American Chamber of Commerce in China.
That's the great question. I fear that we will have to move to a lockdown.
That they controlling the lockdown over there. Then what? A day later, because they got to turn YouTube into TV. Anyway.
COVID infections are rising again in every corner of the country.
See? This shit, Moab is my wash pot. Eat them, I'm going to cast my foot over it. Because they bringing forth the wash pot. I'm going to put my foot up, eat them ass. See that? Because they not watching all the videos. It's just that simple, man.
China's case is quite similar.
All right. And this was actually before this. Now, when the lockdown, shit, really, this was before this. So when the shit was going up, just insert that in. You know, before, you know, they was like, okay, China's going crazy. All right, we're going to take these measures. They said that what they did before failed. Their strategy failed. Meaning when they weren't using barricades and locking people in their house and barricading complexes where people known cases are at, for known people that have the COVID are living at. Them not doing that failed. Not having robots out failed. Then they come out with that. And then next thing you know, they said what? America scene, shit crazy, man. And the last one is this. I got some email, and then I got some other little information on the show real quick, and then that'll be it.
Populous city and commercial hub.
This a whole nother thing, so we ain't gonna play on this. But they saying that the same lockdown has a ripple effect. So even if you didn't want to see it how I was just saying it by the Spirit, they saying due to them being held down over there, and obviously they're a distributor of certain things, the world is gonna be affected. So either way, this shit is gonna lead over here. It's leading over here, but it's all intentional. They're gonna literally do what you see them doing over there here, but it might be worse. That's another thing. It's gonna be in the American way, because people here crazier than the people over there, and that's exactly how you're gonna lead. If they try to do something like that here, you're gonna have a roundup. You're gonna have the militias being let loose, the real militia, the damn military, rounding niggas up because people on anarchy mode. So it's happening, man. That's something they doing in the works right now. Okay, brothers, got something?
I got something.
Okay, come on.
This is Micah chapter 2. I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says,
my bad. Every goddamn week. You got it. Go ahead.
This is Micah chapter 2, verse 1. It says, Woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. And I grab that, if I can, I read that just, because to add to the brother's point, I'm saying, in the sense of what we just got in the scene in those videos, of them basically locking everybody up, those are all things that they had already, devised, beforehand. Now they, they just basically making it manifest. And really it's only gonna get worse.
Con, if I could add, it's clear that it's a plan. It's clear by going back to those dates and seeing what happens over there. America just follows, things over here. It just follows what's going on over there. So it's a plan. That's just how Esau works. And even if his plan A don't work, he always got a plan B. That's just how he works. Whenever whenever he builds like a structure, a building or something, he always got to make a model, and it's clear that he's using Moab, being China, to do it. Yeah, but Khan, that's all I had.
Somebody got it? Anybody else got something? Check this out.
Yeah, hold on. I got one more thing. We already got it. Matter of fact, I'll hold it. We brought it out already.
Go ahead. You got it.
Yeah, the Sirach 42. Sirach 42 and 19, he declared the things that are past and for to come, and revealed the steps of hitting things. You know, so
Yeah.
we've seen these things in steps. You know, like the breakdown of how they were presented through the wisdom. You know, we seen the steps of what's this actually leading up to. Yeah, that's it though.
Okay. So today we're here. We're doing a video on how to do wash pot soup. It's a tradition my family has been doing for a while, and it is a treat every time we do it.
Matter of fact, let's hold that. Let's go here. So these some information from the Joe Biden son's Hunter Biden's laptop situation, the scandal, and it was more that was revealed than him just railing Malia Obama as crackers to say, the dumb white boys to say Edomites, so-called white boys. But this also was within it. Emails from Hunter Biden's laptop show Joe Biden's brother Jim providing wire transfer instructions to Patrick Ho, a Hong Kong national Hunter Biden described as a spy chief of China. So it's corruption to where obviously that's another thing involved within that relationship with China and America. Like everybody not with it, it's a illicit relationship. It's a relationship of fornication. It's relations that ain't supposed to be had, but they being had, and it's being described as through a spy chief of China. But this once again reveals that they are literally like they playing everybody, man. And the Lord had this come out. Another incident: Hunter Biden exclusive audio professes partnership with China. Spy chief Joe Biden named as criminal case witness. Right, moving on. This is like it's deep. It go real deep. Supposed to brought this out a while ago. So like I said, when you look at the NBA logo, you got the red and the blue. NFL, MLB, boxing, etc. I think damn near even hockey. But they brought that witchcraft to China. And now people actually don't know. They said that's really what this go into, that they worship in China. You're subject to China. Because what's taking place in China here in America, that's how they doing it. So they had a lot of things that they was pulling out of his emails. I should have cleared this up so you can see it. Okay, that's Xi. Okay, there go Hunter, and LeBron's involved in this. Okay, and this is a email that says, okay, sounds good. You hanging in there? This is all from Hunter Biden. By the way, I see Naomi, which they'll use Hunter Biden because he's not on books a politician. So there's certain deals that need to be made, which China will make through him because he's Joe Biden's son. They'll do it through him. It's like when your parents put something in your name, because they credit messed up. So it don't look like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what they're doing. A lot of undertable business has been done through this dude. But anyway, it goes on to say, okay, sounds good. You hanging in there. I saw Naomi with her friend in LA with Pop. I told Naomi that her friend seems nice, but I have knuckle sandwiches ready made if he's not. Okay. And when you jump down, it's more so of the point. Long shot. That would be that you would be interested in coming to China for a work or something in mid-August, the week of August 16th or other, and that's a real death date, August 15th. It says, you could bring the family. I will bring my girls. It would be a great The hell, that's a destruction. A great distraction. It would be a great either distraction, destruction, or what could that be?
I think it says distraction. I think.
Yeah, like what else could that be? It ain't too many more words that will go with that sentence that looks like this. Besides distraction or destruction. It says Bo Zano and his family will host us. Getting to the point. It says they are great family with great respect and something in relations in with China. Jumping to the point, because this is more so what I want to point out in this. So this is showing that they doing business, secret headed business with people in China. Right now, listen, it says again, I know it's short notice and a long way to travel. Bo and I will be in China at the same time. We are partnering with Magic Johnson and LeBron James to host an NBA Global game in China. And this is one of the places in China, Laosing something province in 2016. Because these emails, they go back. Like he didn't just like it's all of recent time, but really it's worse because it showed that they've been yeah, they've been in cahoots with China. And it just now came out during this time, which makes Joe Biden look bad because Joe Biden just got in office this year. You know what I'm saying? So the Joe Biden administration, family, are people in cahoots with China. See that? Which is why they was talking about impeaching. It's all type of stuff that's been coming out, but they've been keeping that low. So yeah, man, they using LeBron, they using these sport players to pretty much get in, use China for their advantage, basically. Which is why you once again you had LeBron being mentioned. You know, I ain't got the other one. I have one more. Okay, so that's another reason why China would allow America in. Now, when you go into this, who is Wang Zhang? Wang Zhang and Gao YY had this is all supposed, right? But it makes sense. It says had the illegitimate daughter, Wang Zhang. Wang Zhang or Xing handled Hunter Biden in turn. What do you think is meant by that? She handled Hunter Biden. When you go into his laptop, Malia wasn't the only one found being railed, besides him railing coke and crack. You know what I'm saying? Tons of women from the likes of, they thought it was the likes of Lady Gaga they found all type of like this weird celebrity shit going on. This dude being a crackhead and he just, you know, they just the scum of the earth, man. They try to present themselves like this, but but yeah. So this is his daughter. This is Wayne Quinshane. This is his daughter, his illegitimate daughter, and it says she handled Biden, Hunter Biden, in turn. Wayne Trump Quinshane gained influence over Joe Biden. So they pretty much, he gave his son her daughter to create a relationship so they could talk business. And that's how Esau do. When you go and watch the old slave movies, you know, he'll make peace with the bed wench, you know, like he whipping her ass, he chasing her, then he stretch her. You know what I'm saying? And now she gets to bring him after she's goddamn devastated in the mind. She's traumatized in the mind. She gets to be a house nigga now. You know, so basically, I'm saying that relationships were created like that, and I'm saying that to say that is a historical way of how Esau creates a lot of his relationships. You know, that's how he thinks. He a base man. You know, you don't want me to kill you, nigger. You know what I'm saying? You want me to do business? He too old, so he offered his daughter to him. You know, but anyway, it says Wayne Shine is a key member of Wayne Quishan's financial and political empire. which is why he would entertain his son getting involved. So it was all a money scheme. It was political, financial, as well as a showcase of how Chinese Communist Party conducts BGY activities overseas. Overseas, as well as a showcase of how Chinese Communist Party conducts BGY activities overseas. And that's exactly what, so a lot of those overseas relationships like China, that's this particular one they mentioned in here. A lot of them relationships they've been created and been able to be, solidified through wickedness, man. Which they not right to begin with, so they not right. They for wickedness. They was created off wickedness, and they for wicked reasoning. Obviously, going forward, it says Wen Shine is another typical example of Chinese Communist Party (CCP's) ruling with genitals and compromising American politicians via the BGY. So all those moves they making with China right now, they political, but it's another big act of treason on America because they just over there testing on them to see how they gonna hurt the people here to create this new world. So that was pretty much it. You don't want to keep sitting on that. So the Lord said, "What Moab is my wash pot. He's gonna use Moab to create and change things, and Esau will be the one." Which is China. They're going to be the one to use to cook, to change and create things, and Edom will be the one to use that wash pot, or the so-called white man will be the one to use China to create and change things, and then eventually serve the byproduct or the finished product of that to the people here in America, right?
Wash pot suit is a suit that's made.
And this is a video on a wash pot.
Outside. This is my Aunt Doris, and she's just going to talk a little bit about it. Okay, when you make wash pot soup, usually you cut your carrots, your celery, and your onions up first because they have to cook a long time, just like the meat have to cook. And then after that, then you put your potatoes in, and your tomatoes, and your corn, and your okra, and what else? I guess. And when does the meat go in? The meat goes first. The meat goes first. And the carrots, celery, onions. That goes first, and that cook for maybe about an hour.
And she's gonna do all this in what? A wash pot.
Depends. Usually they put their oil in it so it will rubs. Good tip. And when we get 80 years old, and it's still making food. Hopefully this is something, a tradition or something you can start in your family if you can find a wash pot. They are hard to find. Because this wash pot was passed down through generations from who? From Reverend Mary Ann Boulware. Okay. And it's probably, and it's that thing is probably about 70, 80 years old. And it's still making food. Yeah. No.
And it's spiritual because our shirt say 2017.
Holes in it? No holes. So it lasts a lifetime. And when we get through with the soup, we wash it and grease it and turn it upside down. Yeah. Why you gotta grease it? Because it's iron. And so it won't rust. If you have iron frying pan, most people after they finish using it, they'll put their oil in it so it won't rust. Good tip. Okay, well, we're going to watch you put everything in the pot and we're going to see the finishing product.
And there go your wash pot.
Okay.
And right now, I'm putting on some oak firewood. It's been seasoned for probably about a year or two. And
Can I use oak?
usually I use hardwood. The hardwood usually is oak, maple, hickory. But typically, that's all I got right now because this is usually the stuff I've been using in my fireplace. And I just brought that over.
Oh, okay.
Any kind of hardwood to do though. it's a black soot. If you get black soot, then you probably more than likely might get into the soup, but you don't want it. It gives a better taste.
Black soot.
You gotta stay away from it. You don't want to make too much of it.
No, well, it's better than charcoal.
Well, in there, burn it up.
Now, everything that's being made in that wash pot is being used to create. It eventually has to be what? Served out. And they also use this pot for cooking. Cleaning. They might say it in this, but that's basically it, man. All right. So that's the point. Brothers, got anything else? So yeah, the Lord is using China. That's how the Lord is using China right now, man. And it's spiritual, because obviously that video was made right after those initial emails of trying to establish that relationship with China, which is, according to that email, around August 2016, right? And then that will be made, and be used on this day. So it's like in the spirit, the Lord showing like that's around the time when the that Moab Ammon relationship was established. 2017, because I think, Khan, because all those emails is from like 2016 through like 18, something like that. So yeah, man, it's good, man. So everything that you see going on in Beijing right now is getting ready to come here. They testing over there. They might do some of those things here, but that's literally how they're using it. America, Moab ain't nothing but a goddamn, China ain't nothing but a damn demonstration, of what the damn elites, they want to do here in America. And we were supposed to bring out Revelation 17:17, but I'll read it. This is Revelation 17, and I'm gonna start at verse. I'm gonna start at verse 17. It says, "And the Most High hath put in their hearts to fulfill His will, and to agree, and to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled." So there it is, man. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, being America, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. So yeah, man, America's just having its way, because everything is arrayed with, and all these kingdoms is they submitting to it, and the particular kingdom China, or King China, if you will, Moab, they're being used in a way to literally bring the new world order, man. In every facet, and that's all end time prophecy, man. Okay, so yeah, and it's all of the Lord, it's all for our salvation, because it's going to result in what? People recognizing that America was just using them, and they're going to turn on her because of this, because America going to just make everywhere worse that it goes to, and China, Moab will see that eventually, So I'll read 16, that'd be it. Verse 16, it says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast shall hate the whore," which is 10 kingdoms. It says, or 10 kings, I should say. It says, "shall hate the whore." Why? Because they seen that she was just using everybody to be sponsored, to get her glory. As 2 Ezra 15 told us. It says, and I believe the 46th verse, it says, "and shall make her desolate." It's going to result in World War III, because she's using all the countries across the world, or have at some point, to become what she is today, and it resulted in them losing. So they all going to have that commonality, if you will, amongst them, and they going to shoot missiles on this hole. You know what I'm saying? But it says, "it shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." So this whore ain't gonna be no more after she gets everything that she wants out of these people, and then they catch, and then they, she used it for what she want to use it for, to create the world she want, to design herself a certain way. And when people see that, they gonna lose it, man. World War III, and then that's when that gives a way for the ships to come get us and for us to go back home. So with that, any brothers got anything else?
I got one quick scripture.
Okay, you got it.
Proverbs chapter 11, verse 21. It says, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the
Yeah,
seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
yeah, time. So yeah, shit. Another thing too, you damn Moabites, y'all gonna pay for linking up with America. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna pay like America though. You know what I'm saying? You gonna pay by, realizing you played yourself. And really you gonna pay because you sponsoring this whore was pushing our oppression. You helping them bring a concentration camp here to the Lord's people. So that's why you gonna get put in slavery. So really, you accessory to the slavery, to the enslavement, to the those the enforcers of the concentration camp. So he that leads in captivity shall go into captivity. So your ass gonna go into slavery for that ultimately. But at the end of the day, once y'all, catch whiff of it, as I said, y'all gonna team up with everybody she done basically helped use to bring forth her wickedness, the New World Order. Everyone, which and the horrors is really these damn devils, man, the elites. But once that happen, y'all shoot missiles on here, we gonna be delivered, man. That's gonna give way to a deliverance. Portals and vessels. All right. Anything else?
Wow, that's it.
All right, Con. So Lord willing, you was edifying. You didn't feel like you wasted your time. You know what I'm saying? And this is, can put you ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like in every way, shape, facet, and form. As we did our live camp yesterday, you gotta get right, ignore all, and just survive, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be by locking into this, man. All right. So with that, and once again, ignoring everything unnecessary. So with that, call Allah Yahweh. So till next time, DTA of Bible Ball, all that, Kwame Yasha Allah. Shalom.